The people here at Tulsa Raceway Park being treated to a great show courtesy of the Summit Racing Throwdown at T-Town presented by Super Clean. Coming up next will be the semifinals for Pro Modified down to the Final Four here. And we'll bring you that ladder. It's going to be Ferris and Tito that will square off here. And then we'll also see Ronnie Hobbs and Dustin Neslony square off as well for a right to go to the final round.
Yeah, and I'm just looking at these matchups, Ken. We got a Pro Charger against a Turbo, and in the next pairing, we've got a Screw Supercharger against a Pro Charger.
Let's check in with Heather.
Mark, Tito, Werderhausen moving on to the next round, and what a special moment for you guys, but I know you worked hard today to get to this here.
Yes, we did. We struggled a lot yesterday in testing and qualifying, and we went back to what was tried and true, what we know the car would do. We put back in there this morning, and it's been down the racetrack 3 out of 4 times. This last time we put a little more boost in it out back, and it was just too aggressive. That's why I had to pedal on that one.
And we know that you only have about 20 to 25 laps on this car, but this is a very special ride for you. What does it mean to you to be behind the wheel?
It's an honor to be able to drive it. My best friend was supposed to drive it. He drove it 10, 15 passes, and then he passed away in January. And the car owners and the crew all decided that he would be mad if we stopped racing, and I was the only one that was going to fit in the car, so here we are.
Well, good luck to you the rest of the evening.
All right, thank you, Heather.
Yeah, very emotional situation there for sure. Matt and Anita Zimmerman own that vehicle, and of course he tuned it for Tim Slavin, who drove it. And Tim's son, Tyler Slavin, still heavily involved in this team. That's why they had that meeting and they thought, you know what, you two have been together for 25 years. You're a former driver yourself in the 10.5-inch tire class. Nobody better to put behind the wheel. And no doubt Tim Slavin would want them to continue racing.
Far lane's got a Pro Charger, near lane's a Turbo. Completely different staging techniques.
And it just looks like Tito is struggling staging that car and then getting it to leave with a good reaction time. He struggled with it the 2 previous rounds. This time it's going to cost him. Ferris on his game here has gone quicker every round. A 77, a 72, and now a 68.
Keep an eye on the red Camaro in the near lane. Makes a big move. And Werderhausen does a great job of gathering that back in. Let's go up to Heather with our winner.
Daniel Ferris moving into the final round. Daniel, tell us a little bit about your day today and how you got to this point in the night.
Well, we struggled a little bit earlier in the race, and you know, as races always go, that every car is not the same, and we figured out some little knick-knack stuff with it and fought it for a couple rounds. But you know, we've had some luck on our side this weekend, and had a bye last round into the semifinals, and you know, it's going to be a tough final. I mean, these guys are fast. There's no free rounds, and you know, I've got the best team here to do it, so we're looking forward to it.
What do you tell yourself to mentally prepare yourself for that tough round?
Stay calm as possible, you know, just stay laid back and as calm as I can be. And luckily, you know, fortunate enough to be in a few final rounds in my career, so hopefully we can do it this time. Thank you.
How easy is it to stay relaxed?
Easy when you're sitting in the grandstands, not so easy when you're strapped into a, 3,500 plus horsepower race car?
And looking at the final round, yeah, I would say it's a tall task. Here we go, Ronnie Hobbs, who's had a great day out here, run 69, 68. The car has been absolutely on fire for sure. Totoro putting a good tune-up in this thing every time. Will line up alongside Dustin Neslony, and Neslony needs to work on those reaction times if he's going to keep up with Hobbs, who's been nailing it. Neslony makes a nice adjustment in the right direction, but still not enough to beat him off of the line, nor is it enough to beat him to the stripe. 3:65.5 as Hobbs has gone quicker every single round.
Not only has he gone quicker, he's been low ET of every round. Watch how well this car works. It carries the front end. It lands it right in the middle of the groove. You saw a slight wobble when he plugged it into high gear, but what a pass.
Ronnie Hobbs moving into that final round here with the Texas Rattlesnake, this nice yellow car. First weekend out for this car. It seems to be performing well for you.
It is doing a great job, so we're very pleased.
And how about you as the driver? You ready for this final?
I am ready. We've been waiting a long time, and it's just good to come here and be able to compete. a rough crowd, I can tell you. There's a lot of fast cars here. So, thank you very much.
We'll take a look at our ladder here. We're going to shift gears and get back into the top sportsman category. We look forward to that final in Pro Mod, of course. That coming up shortly. Here's a look at the final four inside of top sportsman, with Smith and Irby squaring off, Copeland and Griffin squaring off as well. Smith and Irby, the first pair here, number 6 and number 8 qualifiers. Irby out of Collinsville, Tennessee. Again, that beautiful Chevrolet there lined up in the right lane.
And dial-in's a 446 for Smith. Irby's going to leave first with a 457, just over a tenth of a second. Small handicap start.
Boy, great battle brewing right here. 2 good reaction times. They'll take it down to the stripe. An 017 light for Irby. He had the better of the two, but not able to parlay it into a win as he goes under by 50 thousandths of a second.
Yeah, and remember when you watch our replay, the last orange box on the center line is the finish line. And Irby did try to tighten that up, dragging the brakes a little. It wasn't enough. He broke out. Shannon Smith on the safe side of his dial gets the win.
And Shannon Smith is moving into that final round. And Shannon, I understand that a lot of preparation went into this event. So tell us what you and your team went through getting here to Tulsa.
Well, in Memphis, we really struggled. We had some problems with the front suspension, the struts on the car. Couldn't get that figured out. Actually didn't even make the first round in Memphis. Got home, got them off, shipped them to Mark Smith Racing in North Carolina. He turned around in a day for us. Got them on, haven't touched them. Car has gone right down the track every pass.
So we know the car's good. Where's your driver confidence at?
I'm getting there. It's been a little shaky with the car as it's been, but I'm getting there every round. So
Awesome. Well, good luck.
thank you.
I like that interview, but let me tell you something. A driver's confidence always goes up when you get win lights.
That is Mark Griffin backing up after his burnout is complete. And his competition here alongside is going to be Bob Copeland, number 7 and number 13 qualifiers, of course, working hard the first couple of rounds to make it this far into the semifinal.
Yeah, and you'll see Copeland with the slower dial is going to leave first. A 504 dial versus a 449 for Mark Griffin. So roughly 5.5 tenths, that's a bulb.
Copeland with a 30 thousandths package in the last round ran dead on. Red light here for Mark Griffin. This one is over right away, and it'll come back to Bob Copeland. Copeland, by the way, with a perfect reaction time, .000, and then runs 12 thou over.
Now there's a statement, right? The other guy red lights, you can do whatever you want, and Copeland has a 12 thou package.
And Bob Copeland moving into that final round. You had a triple zip at the tree. How do you get those numbers on those reaction times?
I just got lucky that time.
That's it. Luck's all it has. I'm sure there's more that goes into your day to get you to that final round.
Yeah, I mean, it's definitely a team effort. This is the first time our team's actually been out in a couple of years. We were running a top sportsman, obviously, and then we had a top dragster entry, too. It's a family team, my dad and brother and I. So, yeah, it's been a team effort today for sure.
And what's it going to take to get that win today?
Some more luck. Another trip zip, probably.
Well, best of luck to you.
Thank you.
It does seem like you end up with more red lighting by 1 thou than being green perfectly, like that's how it works out, right? So congratulations to him for dodging what was almost a red light. He makes his way to the final round.